Hello again. In this tutorial, I'm going to expand upon my first tutorial on the 7 chords. And I started out with a demonstration, and I actually played those same 7 chords that are in the first of my tutorials. Then I modulated and I went to the key of D minor instead of A minor. And I did the same of those types of chords in D minor that I played in A minor before. And I went through the progression twice, and the second time through, I then modulated back to A minor again. And I did a fancy run, which I will talk about and explain. And I also changed the chords in a way. I played the same chords, but I played them in open position rather than in close position. So I will go back through all of this now and explain it so that it makes more sense. All right, thanks. All right, so this tutorial is about a number of things. It's about modulation, and that word modulation means to go from one key to a different key. The easiest way that you can modulate is to play what's either called the dominant seventh or the 5/7 of the key that you want to go to. If you play that chord, then you can go to the new key. The easiest way to demonstrate a dominant seventh chord, and if in a songbook it would say any chord that just says C7 or D7 or F7, it's that chord type of chord. It's a dominant seventh chord. All right, so the easiest key to demonstrate this in is the key of C, because C is all white notes. All right, and when your hand's on when I have my thumb on middle C, my little finger is on G, and that's the 5th note of the key. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so if I play a C chord, it has a 1, a 3, and a 5. It's really a 3rd and a 5th. Well, if I go up and put my thumb on the G and do the same thing, it has a 3rd and a 5th. Same way. But what I'm doing for the dominant 7th is I'm adding a 7th to it also. That's the 7th note. Okay? So when I go, or it's the interval of a 7th. So this is the chord, and this chord very much wants to go back to the C chord, and you can hear that. And especially if I play these two down here, like this, it's the strongest chord progression there is in music, and you'll hear it right away. If I play this, it sounds like the end, all right? So that's why if you play the dominant 7th chord of the key that you want to go to, it's very easy to go to that key. So it's also easiest to go, like the key of A minor has no sharps or flats. At least the natural minor has no sharps or flats. When you modulate, it's easiest to either go the one that has 1 flat or the one that has 1 sharp. And the key that has 1 flat is a 5th below A, which is D. D minor would have 1 flat. The one that has 1 sharp is a 5th above, which is E minor. That key has 1 sharp. All right. Well, I went to D minor. So if I have my hand in the D minor position, the fifth note is A, which means the A7 chord is the chord for me to play to take me there. And that's what I did, when I demoed the expansion of the chord changes that I had done in my first tutorial. So I went from A minor to E minor to F sharp minor 7, F sharp 7, B sus 4, B, and then I did E7, and I went back to A minor. But then I made it A major, and I made a dominant 7th, and I went, and then I moved it down and went, and now I can play D minor. So this is D minor. The second chord is A minor. Then it's B minor 7. Then B7. Then E sus 4. And then E. And then the 5-7 chord, again in the key of D minor, is A7, which was this. And then second time through, I did it again. D minor, A minor, B minor 7, B7, E sus 4. And when I went to the E, I made it an E7. And I went back to A minor. And I played that fancy run. And the run is a nice one to know in any key. If I'm in the key of A minor, what I'm doing is I'm playing the 1, the 2, and the 5. And I started on the 5. So I went. And it's just a flashy sounding run. And then I went to the next chord. All right, and then to talk about open and close position chords. So in A minor, the A minor, those notes are as close as they can be to one another, okay? But what I'm doing is I'm playing this A down here, then I'm playing this E here, and I'm playing the C here. And I'm not playing it one time, I'm doing it like this. But I've skipped a couple of chord tones. I skipped the C here and I skipped the A here. So I'm opening it up. And it sounds better on piano as you go lower to play open chords, because if I play an A minor down here, it doesn't sound so good. All right, so I did A minor, then I did E minor. In other words, this G is from the E minor chord. Then I did F sharp minor 7, and then F sharp 7, and then I played the B sus 4, and then the B. All right, and then I ended with a closer position going to end. All right. So that pretty much explains it. I just wanted to demonstrate how you can, make the first one fancier. Okay. And for instance, with this run again, if I did this same A minor run in D minor, I would have this. because if I'm in D minor, it's the 1, the 2, and the 5, and I'm starting here. So, and it's just I'm going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's the same 3 notes, and I end on the one I started on. Okay, so it's a nice sounding run. That's all there is to it. If I did it in E minor, the second note of E minor is a black note. So the 1, the 2, and the 5 would be this. Okay? All right. So that explains the fancy run. And I guess that'll be it for this tutorial. I just wanted to show a fancier run. All right.